Say peace and blessings to you guys. Want to say Shabbat Shalom. I believe we're still in the hours of Shabbat. Remember the Hebrew calendar, the Hebrew day. The uh, time begins at evening and it ends at evening, which would be equivalent to 6 p.m. Right? But I just wanted to take a little time out just to apologize to you guys. Um, we were trying to, in a nutshell, go live at our celebration, right? Our feast day celebration. But unfortunately, um, YouTube, I guess they're doing other things. They were messing up with the positioning of our camera and everything. So it was hosing it up. It kept trying to force us to use some type of landscaping, not landscaping, but portrait like this. This is portrait, but I was wanted to stream our video in landscaping so you guys could see the full. It was doing all kinds of things. So in a nutshell, I went on and we just said forget it. So I would try to upload the video of our celebration today. I'm home. I'm in my attic right now. So this is kind of like my chill out room for the family. We kind of watch movies up here. It's kind of like our theater room. So I'm upstairs in the attic right now. But in a nutshell, we had a great time. And again, my apologies. I will try to do a live tonight on We Woke Now, the main channel. But I just want to do a quick live here to apologize to you guys for not being able to record. And family, I just want to say this: honoring the Passover is not complicated. It's not hard like how many try to make it out to be, from the Christian sector. Uh, Many would teach that like it's impossible to honor Passover. They try to point out like, hey, it's a burden to honor Passover, but then they celebrate Christmas. You know, they jump through hoops to put up trees and put up decorations on their homes and on top of their roofs, all kinds of things, windowsill. They do all these things, spending like crazy, going into debt for Christmas. Passover is totally the opposite. Passover, you have peace. And I want to say this because at our assembly, we don't charge. Passover, any festivities we have, we don't charge and we never charged, right? And the reason why I didn't promote it like I wanted to promote it is because the venue that we rented, I was under the impression that it held more, and kind of we found out that it didn't hold the amount that we thought it held. So next year or the upcoming feast day in October, we'll make sure that it's a larger venue for you guys. If you guys want to come out, we'll post it in well in advance so that way you guys can come out and celebrate with us. But the Passover is not it's not hard. It's simple. You got uh, like I said, the Christian church. They'll try to make it seem like it's impossible to do this, that it's a burden, that it's a weight. But again, honoring Christmas is that's a weight. That's a weight. That's a stronghold. That's you're going into debt, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Easter. Those are not biblical celebrations, right? But the Most High's feast days, it's simple. It's not complicated. Then, of course, on this side of the track, so to speak, on this side of the Jordan, you have, I want to call them, well, not call them, I'm just going to say brews. You got many brews that don't want to honor Passover. So they'll use excuses such as um, you have to have a priest in order to honor Passover. For starters, the priesthood wasn't even in place in Egypt. The priesthood wasn't in place in Egypt, but they honored. The purpose of the priesthood when moving forward to honor the Passover was the priests served as, in a nutshell, the butchers. They were the ones that prepared the meats, chopped it up. A portion would go for, of course, the sacrifices. Another portion would go towards the the women, the children, those that like the widows, the orphans, and a portion, of course, went to the Levitical priests. But then the rest of it came back to who? The the people that brought the sacrifice, the household. But the priest was used for the sacrificial portion of it. But for 40 years, Israel did not honor Passover in Jerusalem. Israel did not honor Pesach and the other feast days until they were given their own territory. Right? So I want to make this clear because you have brothers and sisters that's in this awakening that are saying that, hey, we need a priest, or we need this, we need that, we need this. Number one, guess what? My DNA points me to the limber, right? Aren't they priests? The one thing I love about how the Most High does things is that the southern kingdom, right, which consists of Judah, the Benjamites, and the Levites, right? Because that was the southern kingdom, right? Initially, it was the Benjamites and Judah, and then later the Levites joined themselves to them. So that's the southern kingdom. The northern kingdom went into captivity well before the southern kingdom. So guess what, right? Even when you say Judah, right? Do you really know that you are Judah the tribe, or Judah, for us, the southern kingdom was called Judah. Judah the Levitical priest, Judah the Benjamite, Judah, or in other words, the tribe of Judah. So I'm saying all of that from a perspective just to make sure you guys understand. When you have brothers and sisters that are coming up with all kinds of things, it's because they really don't want to do it. They really don't want to do it. Right? So the Passover is so simple. I get a lot of questions of, well, how do you honor the Passover? How do you, family, if you read Exodus 12, it tells you, right? What do you serve? Well, the lamb was the meat, and you have vegetables. And that bitter herb was for seasoning your meats, seasoning your vegetables. Not what the satyrs that the Jewish community as we know them use to say, hey, burning spicy horseradish, all kinds of things, trying to burn their mouths. That's getting into traditions of man. But the feast days are really easy. The preparation was really easy. Right? When Christ honored the feast day, when he honored Passover, guess what? They were at a house. Remember, Christ told his disciples to go to a specific home and secure the home. He already, apparently already, Christ already had worked out the usage of this home, and the person, guess what? They went and confirmed it. So the Messiah, along with his disciples, held Passover, or Pesach. Pesach. I know some of you guys say Pesach, but the primitive root word, right? And this is where you see the definition of what Passover is. Pesach, right? That's the primitive root word. It means hesitant or hesitate. It means skip over, right? But anyway, um, Christ and his disciples were honoring Passover. The sacrifices were done at the temple, right? But they brought their Passover meat, not food, fruits and berries, like some of the other brothers that are in here trying to say Christ didn't eat meat, all kinds of crazy stuff. They took the Passover that was slaughtered. That's why they call it the Passover lamb, that sacrificial lamb. They brought it home, to this home, and they ate. But guess where they went? Guess where they were celebrating it at? At home. Let me say that again. They were celebrating at a home. It was Christ along with his 12 disciples, right? So Christ was the Passover lamb. Why is that important? Because you count 13, right? Well, the Passover lamb, and you can read scripture, it's in the scriptures. It was one lamb per household for 12 people. So if there was a home that had 4 people, another home had 8 people, they were required to come together under one roof, and that one land was covered that house. 12, right? 12, you know? And so Christ, with his disciples, he was the Passover lamb. That's why Paul said, Christ, and this is First Corinthians chapter 5, Christ is our Passover lamb. Let us honor the feast. It's just that simple, family. So you had the Passover, which was the 14th day of the month. Then the 15th day of the month is when you had the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So when you understand this, family, it's really simple. Some of you guys will ask the question, hey, how do you cook your meat? Well, Leviticus chapter 2 tells you how to cook it. You see the word frying pan. Come on, family. You know we the people of the book. Frying pan. It tells you even how to marinate the meat. It even tells you how to prepare your bread. It tells you, it's right there, family. It's right there in the scriptures. But the problem is when people really don't want to do something, they ask questions knowing that they don't want to do it. They'll use phrases like, this is confusing. That I don't know what to do. Yeah, read your Bible. Read the word. Read the word. Have you guys ever been around someone uh, and they really didn't want to do something for you, and they start asking questions? Then eventually you just have to say, if you don't want to do it, just say you don't want to do it. Have you ever guys dealt with those type of people? You know, when you ask them for a ride. Oh, well, I can, but I got this going on. Oh yeah, but I can do it. Oh yeah, I got this going on, but I can do it. Yeah, I call them, but I can do it. Let's call them, but I can do it. I got this going on, but I can do it. I got that going on, but I can do it. I get off work at this time, but I can do it. But they really don't want to do it. I label them, let's call them, but I can do it. Because they really don't want to do anything. But it gets you to the point that as if they're making it as if they're doing you a favor. Right? My grandmother taught me, don't ever let someone ever feel like they are doing you a favor, doing anything for you. If they give you that feeling, leave them alone. So that's what we're going to call them, but I can do it, people. And that's what you hear when you hear people say, well, you need a temple, or you need to be in Jerusalem, or you need this and you need that. No, the sacrifices ceased, but it didn't say the feast days ceased. Come on, family. The sacrifices ceased. That was the prophecy. But the feast days didn't cease. So that's why I want to be clear, family. The Passover is very simple. Pasach is very simple. So that's what we celebrated today. We had a great time. And the thought that I shared today was that phrase, karash knock, karash knock, right? Knock, right, means to settle down, right? To quiet, right? That's where you see the word where it says the ark settled or rested on Mount Ararat. The Hebrew word there you'll see is knock, right? And then when you go to Matthew's chapter um 17, I can't think of it off the top of my head, when Christ said, peace be still, when he was with his disciples, right? In a nutshell, when he said, peace be still, he rebuked the wind. Then also he rebuked his disciples, right? Peace be still, right? Peace, the Hebrew word in that proper text of peace be still, karash, which means be quiet, karash. So peace be still, karash knock. In other words, means to settle down, knock, settle down, be quiet, or make quiet or quiet it, right? Settle down. And then the word peace, karash, means be quiet, right? Settle down and be quiet. See, Yah, you know we the people of the book. Yah had to treat us just like how we would deal with our children. Have you guys had to deal with your children like that? Settle down, be quiet. Settle down. You're all over the place. Be quiet. So the Hebrew expression would be Karash nak. Peace be still. Karash nak. I'll say it one more time. Karash nak. And you'll also see that in Exodus chapter 14, verse uh, 14, right? But I like to quote 13 and 14. Fear ye not, stand still, see the salvation of Yahweh. These Egyptians that you see here today, you will never have to deal with them again. Yahweh will fight for you, but you have to hold your what? Peace. And the Hebrew word there is karash. So, family, we had a great time. Moving forward, we are going to have when we do our feast days, we have a venue that we're going to use. We use one here, but it just wasn't large enough to invite everyone there. It just wasn't. It was too late for us to, uh, you know, schedule it at another place. So that's why we didn't do our live today. And I know some of you guys are looking forward to the live. Want to apologize for that. We were having all kinds of technical issues with YouTube, and so which is no coincidence because on the main channel, YouTube is disabling the comment section. They're unsubscribing people. They're doing everything to keep that momentum down. To keep the numbers down, right? They're um, turning off notifications, for those that have, selected the notification button to get notifications when I go live or if I do uploads. So they're doing all kinds of things. So I'll make sure in the future, when we have our programs offsite, I will make sure that I have our video board with us, right? Because we have a video board to have our cameras run through, and that's how we do the lives. In the future, I will make sure I have that available so that way we can do that and we can stream the way that we need to stream. So, family, I just want to do a quick live just to apologize to you guys. Like I said, I'm home now, so I'm kind of getting a little rest. I am going to do a live over on the main channel a little later, but I just want to get some rest. I want to settle down a little bit, kind of kick my feet up like I'm doing right now, and let the television, in front, kind of, you know, do the talking as I rest my eyes for a little bit. But again, want to apologize again for the not being able to stream like I wanted to stream. Want to apologize again, and family, we're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing what we do. And just remember, can't go back, can't stay here. Keep moving forward. Don't be discouraged at the family members, friends, whomever that choose not to, um, come to any of the celebrations with you or that turned their backs on you because of you waking up to this truth of knowing who you are. All right. So yeah, your quabba, yeah, the chair is comfy. This is theater chair. Like I said, got our attic hooked up as this is our theater room, and so the only thing I have to do left is just pretty much paint. But yeah, just relaxing. You know what I mean? This is kind of like our getaway, just when we're relaxing. So when uh, me and the family we want to watch a movie, this is kind of like our movie room. This is where we get away to say, hey, we're gonna go and watch a movie. This is how we go to the movies, right? So we go in. This is our go to the movies, and family. This is why I'm on this theme that I've been saying for years. Make your home your vacation home. Make your home your Airbnb, right? It should not be that you're excited to get away from home. It should be that you're excited to return, get back home. So if you're out going on vacations, you should be able to be excited about coming back home. So we made our house into our Airbnb. Only thing I have to do again is paint the walls here, but we made our house into our Airbnb. This is our vacation home. Got other things we're gonna do, but like I said, make your home your vacation home. Make wherever you lay your head, make that your vacation home. So yeah, this chair is very relaxing because you need it. All of us need that moment to be able to wind down, right? So this is my opportunity to wind down. But nevertheless, family, I just want to do a quick live because normally I don't do lives outside of my office. Normally I'm in my office. I used to do it inside our dining room. But like I said, I'm upstairs in the attic, and I decided to do a quick live because of the issues that we had earlier. So I want to say this again, family. Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of Yahweh. These strongholds we've been subjected to will not have power over us again. Whether it's depression, whether it's low self-esteem, whether it's drug addiction, whether it's alcohol addiction, whether it's sexual perversions, whether it's whatever it may be, physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, financial, being hijacked financially, whatever it may be, loved ones, issues with loved ones, whatever it may be, right? The Most High he's gonna remove all of those things. That those things will not have power over us ever again, because the Most High will fight for us. But the key, we have to hold our peace. In other words, we have to know how to be quiet. Let the Most High do what He's gonna do, but you learn how to be quiet. You learn how to hold your peace. In other words, karash, not shalom, Israeli shalom, but hold your peace. In other words, be quiet. Your family, we just got to learn how to be quiet while the Most High move and do exactly what He's going to do. So, family, again, I appreciate the love and support, and we want to continue to do what we do, family. We got some tough times coming up. When I say tough times as a people, a lot of things are opening up, a lot of things are shifting around us. But with any type of snakes, or we start dealing with serpents and all of that, the different nations that we've been suppressed by, when you start dealing with how they function, a serpent's function, it wraps itself around its prey, a constrictor, and it just suffocates. That suffocates it. It literally chokes it to make it so that way you can breathe out, but you can't breathe in. You release, and then it tightens up so you can't breathe in, right? That's what Hasatan is trying to do. Because Hasatan knows that we are breaking free from this religious snake, the religion, the so-called Abrahamic faiths of Christianity, which is actually, you could say Christianity / Catholicism, or Catholicism / Christianity, Judaism, Islam, right? So those are supposedly Abrahamic faiths. Abraham didn't create that, so why are they calling it Abraham faiths? Christ didn't create any of them. The Israelites didn't create none of those. Those are systems of man, right? Systems of man. And now they have run with those things to what? Change times and laws. Change how many of us interpret the scriptures. So these systems of man has uh, held our community captive, right? We've been at that mountain, and I'm going into Deuteronomy chapter 1. We've been around this mountain long enough. It's time for us to move forward. We've been around this mountain of dealing with Christianity long enough. It's time for us to move forward. It's time for us to let go of Christianity, let go of Catholicism. And I'm tired of hearing so many people trying to say, well, we created Christianity. The original created Christians, Christianity was a black man's religion. Guess what? So what? Right? Those that created Christianity, they weren't Hebrews. It wasn't Hebrew Israelites that created Christianity. Right? No matter how you look at it. No matter how you look at it. The disciples didn't create Christianity. Right? So who created it? It wasn't none of the 12 disciples. Apostle Paul never called himself a Christian, right? So we have to make sure we put things in this proper perspective, right? These systems of men is what men created. That's why it's called systems of men, 666, right? That's the system of who? Man, the sixth day represents the day that man was created. So again, family, we got to free ourselves from the system of man, which, you know, it's these religions that have been created. So we've been warped, we've been manipulated. All of us have been there in terms of being in that Christian church, thinking that it's harder to do the things that please the Most High versus the things that please man. I could bring testimonies on from people from within our assembly who said that since they've been honoring the Passover, the weight's been cleared. They've been freed. Not doing Christmas anymore. They said it lifted a weight off of them. They saved so much money. They're not going into debt for anything. And now they have peace because now they're doing exactly what the Most High told us to do. The disciples, guess what? They honored Passover. They didn't honor no communion. They honored Passover, Pasach. They didn't honor some Eucharist. That's what they did. They honored Passover, what they call the Last Supper. That's actually Christ having Passover meal with his disciples. Come on, family. Come on, family. Passover meal with his disciples. So, family, I'll say it again as we get ready to wrap up. It's not complicated, it's simple. It's not complicated. Honoring Passover, honoring the feast days, it's not simple because they'll throw this on you. The Christian church and some brews within this awakening. Well, you honor one, you honor them all. You break one, you break them all. You can't honor those 613 laws. Wait a minute. Come on, stop it. Do you say that about the 5,000 federal laws and the 48,000 ordinances to carry out statutes that are in place to carry out those federal laws? Do you say that? Come on, family. That's those, you know, those buts. You know what I mean? That like we talked about earlier. But I do it. That's those, but I'll do it. It's simple, family. It's just that simple. Man, when I say we're liberated, we're liberated. That song, I'm walking in my victory, got my joy back. How we walking in our victory and we still doing the things that the Most High told us not to do? See, we're walking in victory because we're not honoring no Christmas. We're not honoring Easter. We're walking in our victory. Got my joy back. The joy of Yahweh is my strength. Got our joy back. Got our peace back. And now when we think about peace, that's when you get into shalom. Some of you guys will say shalom, which means well. It is well. It is well. Got my it is well back. Got my wellness back. Right? Walking in victory. Got my what? Wellness back. Right? So again, family, that's what these systems don't want. They want you not to be well. They want you to what? Be dependent on their religious systems, right? They want them to be papa to you. They want to push this deception, this theology of sonship, this theology of daughters, this theology of orphans. That's all come from the theology of this orphan mentality that, hey, you were, especially if they'll target, especially our community or single people or those that they may feel that had problems with marriage or matter of fact, problems with parenting, whatever the case may be. That's what they push this album. I'm your father, right? That's getting into this orphan theology. So you need this covering in order for you to be have peace. No, family, I'm walking in my victory. I don't have a spirit of man or an institution of man over me. I don't need none of that. We don't need religion. We did that got the t-shirts for it, never going back. So religion would tell you that you can't honor Passover. Religion will tell you can't honor Shabbat. Religion will tell you you can't honor the commandments. Religion will tell you can't honor the law, statutes, and commandments. We're not under the law. We're under the new covenant. Well, what's the words of the new covenant? They can't tell you. So with that being said, family, again, we'll be back up and running next week on the channel. We'll be streaming again, but in the meantime, we'll make sure we correct some of the issues that we had. But I'll be live tonight on We Woke Now, probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest. So with that being said, family, let me take a brief nap. With that being said, family, remember, can't go back, can't stay here, keep moving forward, right? Can't go back, can't stay here, keep moving forward. Fear ye not, stand still, see the salvation of Yahweh. These Egyptians that you see here today, they will not have power over you ever again. The Most High will fight for you, but you have to be quiet. You have to hold your peace. Karash is the Hebrew word. Hold your peace, or peace be still. Karash knock. Can't go back, can't stay here. Keep moving forward. Shalom.